Lakeview was used as a camp and a trail path for the Miami, Ottawa, and Winnebago Native American tribes in 1837. That same year, Conrad Sulzer of Winterthur, Zurich, Switzerland, became the first known European settler to live in the area. In 1853, one of the first permanent structures was built by James Rees and Elisha Hunley on the corner of where present-day West Byron Street or West Sheridan Road meets North Lakeshore Drive. It was called the Hotel Lakeview, named for the hotel's unobstructed view of the shore of Lake Michigan. It gained what was characterized as a resort atmosphere. The early settlement of Lakeview continued to grow, and the population increased due to immigration of farming families from Germany, Luxembourg, and Sweden. Lakeview experienced a population boom in its early years, as Chicago suffered a deadly and devastating cholera outbreak. The Hotel Lakeview served as a refuge for many Chicagoans, but became filled to its capacity. Homestead lands were sold, and housing was built in the area across the new community by a wooden plank road connected to present-day West Fullerton Parkway, which is called Lakeview Plank Road, and is present-day North Broadway. This infrastructure and growing population, residents realized it was time to organize formal governance and provide essential public services to the people. Lakeview's first township election was held in 1857. The main building was Town Hall at the intersection of present-day West Addison and North Halsted Streets. A building still bearing that name stands today as the former headquarters of the Chicago Police Department. Lakeview, also spelled Lake Space View, is one of Chicago's 77 communities in Chicago. Lakeview is located on the city's north side and is bordered by West Diversey Parkway on the south, West Irving Parkway on the north, and north of Ravenswood Avenue on the west, and it has Lake Michigan on its east side. Lakeview is known for its notorious number of neighborhoods that live inside Lakeview, including Boys Town, Graceland West, Lakeview, Lakeview East, North Halsted, Southeast, Ravenswood, and what we're going to be talking about today, Wrigleyville. Now, Wrigleyville was home to a lot of famous and notable residents. One of them, John Peter Alged, was the 20th Illinois governor, and it was significant as a progressive era politician. He resided at the Brewster Apartments at 500 West Diversey after leaving governorship in 1897. Another famous resident who you might have heard of is Charlie Chaplin. He was a silent film comedian and also lived at the Brewster Apartments while he was filming movies with Asani Studios in 1915. Finally, a very interesting resident who took ownership in Lakeview was Cody Keenan. Cody Keenan was the director of speechwriting for President Barack Obama from 2013 to 2017. He was a childhood resident of Lakeview till his family moved to Evanston in 2018. Wrigleyville has a total population of 5,876 people. Majority of this population is made up of Caucasians, with a percentage of 76%, followed by Asians with 6.1%, and Black and African Americans with 3%. The median home value of a home in Wrigleyville is wagered at $672,343, with a median rent of $1,547. Wrigleyville is one of the most popular neighborhoods all across Chicago due to its overall grade of an A. This is because it was given numerous A's and B's for its public schools, family friendliness, nightlife, and its diversity. Wrigleyville is one of the most iconic and famous neighborhoods all across the city of Chicago. However, not that many people have been there or know what to do there if they've never been. So today, I want to tell you about 2 famous businesses and points of interest that you should check out, and I'll be interviewing 2 people, 2 residents of the neighborhood, to tell you more about it. The first business is called Smoke Daddy Barbecue. It's been open since 1994 and offers great live music almost every night. They have an original cocktail menu and beer menu for adults over the ages of 21, and it's located right next to Wrigley Field, which means it has a great atmosphere and an excellent nightlife for their day or night games at Wrigley Field, when you just want to grab some barbecue with your friends, head across the street to Wrigley Field and watch the Cubs game. And it's known for their world-class barbecue, which is amazing. Our second place is Dimo's Pizza, which is one of the most iconic pizza restaurants in Chicago. While Chicago is known for deep dish, and Dimo's isn't deep dish, that doesn't mean it's still not excellent. Dimo's opened in 2008, and it first opened as Ian's Pizza before it changed its name. Dimo's Pizza, they focus a lot on the community. They tend to give back a lot of their money towards charity, and they put a lot of their money towards their high quality ingredients in pizza to make sure that the customers and the quality is really high. Our first point of interest and location that is a high traffic area in Wrigleyville is the Music Box Theater. Now, the Music Box Theater is the largest full-time operating theater in Chicagoland. It opened in August 22nd, 1929. It was designed in an atmospheric style with a Spanish Renaissance style incorporated into it. The architects were Louis L. Simon and Edward Steinborn, who wanted a familiar but yet unique feel to the movie theater, so that moviegoers could really enjoy and enhance their experience. Unfortunately, the Music Box Theater closed on July 16th, 1978, but due to fundraising, it was renovated in 1982 and reopened in 1983, and it's been open ever since. It's been a key spot in Wrigleyville for people who want to go see one of their favorite shows or live events. And finally, if it wasn't obvious enough, the best point of interest in Wrigleyville is Wrigley Field. Wrigley Field is the oldest National League ballpark. It has been the home of the Cubs since 1916. Wrigley Field was actually the last major stadium to have lights installed on their stadium, which meant up until July 25th, 1988, the Cubs could not play at night. And without those lights, this whole new experience that the Cubs have built with Wrigleyville and all the restaurants around it couldn't have happened. One of the more interesting facts for more baseball intelligent fans and connoisseurs, we can say, is that Babe Ruth hit his famous call shot here when he pointed out to the outfield and he smacked the ball right out there. And finally, Gallagher Way, which is home to numerous events, including the Kris Kringle Market, is an open-air backyard for Wrigley Field that hosts numerous events and allows people to come together. You can say it's more of a gathering for the community. It's this big, really nice plain outside Wrigley Field. It has a grass field. There's a bunch of statues of famous Cubs players, and it's really great to tailgate for before or after, or just get together on the weekend with friends and family. And it brings Wrigley Field together. And I think that's what Wrigleyville is all about, just coming together as a community and enjoying each other's company. All right, and who am I interviewing?
I'm Evan.
And what is your relationship?
I'm his brother.
All right, good. Now, Evan, how long had you previously lived in Wrigleyville before moving to Lincoln Park?
7 years.
All right. And what's your favorite restaurant in Wrigleyville?
There's a great Raising Cane's on Clark.
Really? Raising. All right. Have you ever been to a Cubs game?
Yeah.
What was your favorite memory?
A long time ago, but I think I went on Memorial Day one year.
What was your favorite memory?
The baseball game.
All right, just the game in general. What's your favorite event that takes place in Wrigleyville?
Winter Wonderfest or whatever it's called. The little Christmas shindig event they got going on there.
All right, so the Kris Kringle Market.
Yeah, that one, the German thing.
That's what we were looking for. All right, that's what you meant. All right. What's one word that best describes Wrigleyville?
Fun.
It's funny. All right. What's your favorite thing to do in Wrigleyville?
Walk around and watch the Cubs blow another game.
And final question: What's one place you would recommend to someone if they hadn't visited Wrigleyville before?
Well, Wrigley Field, because that's what it's named after.
Anything like specific about Wrigley Field, or just going there in general?
Just going there, and don't forget the Raising Cane's on Clark, a true classic of Wrigleyville.
What's your go-to at Raising Cane's?
A Caniac combo, I think it's called. Whatever the little chicken finger meal is.
Evan, you rocking with the coleslaw?
No.
Oh, no coleslaw?
No.
Extra toast?
No.
What do you mean?
I don't even eat the toast to begin with.
What? All right, we're done here. And who am I with today?
Elizabeth Dibbler.
And what is your relationship with me?
I'm your mom.
All right. Now, how long have you previously lived in Wrigleyville before moving to Lincoln Park?
7 years.
All right. And what was your favorite restaurant in Wrigleyville?
Old Crow Smokehouse.
Well, what did you usually get there?
Barbecue.
All right. Have you ever been to a Cubs game before?
Yes.
How many times?
Several.
Several? All right. Who's your favorite player?
Of the Cubs?
Past or present, it works.
Chris Bryant.
Chris Bryant. Good answer. And what's your favorite memory of going to the Cubs game?
Several years ago, back in 2015 or 2016, the Cubs played the Royals here in Chicago. And I was very, very excited because I'm a huge Royals fan. And I got to go watch the Royals play the Cubs, who is my second favorite team.
All right, then. Out of the numerous events that take place in Wrigleyville, what would you say is your favorite?
The Kris Kringle Market every December.
All right. What do you usually do at the Kris Kringle Market?
I get hot chocolate, walk around, look at the ornaments, look at all the different booths, take photos in front of the big Christmas tree.
All right. What's one word that best describes Wrigleyville?
Fun.
And why is that?
There's always a lot going on. There's a lot of crowds. It's always lively.
All right. What's your favorite thing to do in Wrigleyville?
Go to a Cubs game.
To a Cubs. Good answer. And finally, what's one place in Wrigleyville that someone should visit if they have not been here before?
Definitely Wrigley Field.
All right. And why should they go to Wrigley Field?
It is iconic. It's one of the most recognizable baseball stadiums of all time, and it's just very historic.
All right. Thank you for your time.